what has been happening with Bitcoin? A lot of Bitcoin traders have been getting wrecked because of this price action right here. So we need to be talking about that exactly. What is that next Bitcoin move going to be? Because yes, Bitcoin is creating a new falling wedge pattern. Bitcoin has perfectly been reaching our level of support where we have been bouncing from. So we need to be talking about that exactly and more. So can we once again push up the likes back above the 100 likes? That will be absolutely amazing. And as always, let's have a look into what's that short term. And well, yesterday was actually kind of insane. We dumped towards the downside, we got back up, and we crashed back towards the downside. Alright, we actually saw kind of a slow bleed, then we saw this huge bounce, then I went asleep, and well, we once again crashed back towards the downside. Now initially, Bitcoin actually didn't break below this low over here, which was definitely looking quite good. We actually got this massive bounce for Bitcoin, but right now, this night, when I was asleep, well, we still managed to actually break below this low, which was actually very bearish for Bitcoin, but we managed to get back up and actually break back above this level of support. So yeah, in my opinion, that is actually looking very good for that short term. Now having a look into what's that longer term, Bitcoin is creating a huge falling wedge pattern, and this is definitely looking extremely good for Bitcoin. Now, of course, Bitcoin tends to create falling wedge patterns in an uptrending market, then actually create kind of a reversal, some kind of consolidation back towards the downside, some period of a cool off, which we are exactly seeing right now. Of course, if we are zooming out, we can be seeing the same exact thing actually happening right over here. We actually also created this falling wedge pattern. We started off with this huge uptrend towards the upside, then we created this huge cool off, and then eventually we broke out bullish with a huge continuation back towards the upside. Now right now we are doing the same exact thing, just in that shorter time frame. And if you have been following me for a longer time, you of course already know that I absolutely love these falling wedge patterns. For example, right over here, we also had a look into a very successful falling wedge pattern. Also right over here, we also had a look into this falling wedge pattern. Now we have had many of such examples in the past where we have had a look into falling wedge patterns, and that has indicated the exact Bitcoin bottom. Also, for example, right over here, a little bit more in that shorter term. So yeah, I have found that falling wedge patterns are very, very accurate to be predicting any kind of a Bitcoin bottom. And right now, in that short term, Bitcoin is actually creating a new falling wedge pattern, which is definitely looking very good. So this price target of this falling wedge pattern is actually sitting at this level of resistance at the top side of this falling wedge. Now I do not think that this is coincidence at all, but also that majority of the Bitcoin liquidity is actually sitting at that same exact level of the price target of this falling wedge pattern. And we do know that Bitcoin always tends to go towards a place where the majority of the Bitcoin liquidity is actually sitting at. That is definitely looking very good. So if we are going to be reaching this level of resistance, well, I think we have a very good chance of actually breaking above. And if we can be breaking above, well, definitely we are going to be breaking out our range towards the upside. That will be extremely bullish for Bitcoin, but also definitely do still keep in mind that in that short term, Bitcoin is still seeing these breakdowns. Of course, that official breakout target is still sitting at the 62.5k level, but we have actually seen that yesterday we have already been reaching our support level. We have exactly been seeing a bounce from of this level. You can go back into my videos and see exactly where my level is sitting at. It is still that same exact level. I have not moved this support level in the slightest, but we have been seeing a perfect bounce from of this level. So yeah, the official target is still sitting below us, but in my opinion, we have already reached this level of support, which is definitely making me already feel kind of bullish because we have seen this perfect support, this perfect bounce. But in my opinion, really, this falling wedge pattern is really going to be decisive. If we can be breaking this one out towards the upside, that is going to be extremely, ultimately, the most important thing to have a look in towards. Now, if we are going to be breaking this one out towards the downside, of course, that is going to be quite bearish, and then we are, of course, headed even lower towards these lower targets, but in my opinion, that is not going to be likely at all. Now, if you are going to be getting interested in trading yourself, definitely make sure to check out that link down below over on Margex, because over on Margex, you can trade with up to 100x leverage, and you can be getting a free $50 dollar bonus for signing up. So on your initial sign up, you are already going to be getting your $50 when you use that link down below. On top of that, whenever you deposit $100, you can be getting another $50 completely for free. And whenever you use my code down below, you can be getting another 20% bonus on top of your deposit. So if you deposit $1,000, you're going to be getting another $200 completely for free, and you can cover up to 50% of your trading fees with your bonuses. So definitely make sure to be checking it out. Over on Margex, you can be trading with up to 100x leverage, and the thing that I really like about Margex is that you can be choosing your collateral with even, like, for example, coins like BOEM. You can be trading with BOEM as collateral, but also with all of the bigger coins like Ethereum, Solana, Litecoin, BNB, and you can be using these coins as collateral, which is making it very easy to trade, for example, Solana against the Ethereum pair. So yeah, with that, you can be making some very good trades. So definitely make sure to be checking it out. Anyways, for that longer term for Bitcoin, yes, Bitcoin is still consolidating inside of this range, but ultimately I do think that we are going to be seeing a big breakout. Now, it might not be today, might not be tomorrow, but yeah, eventually, just like I've been saying for a long time, we are going to be seeing this breakout. Of course, the majority of the liquidity is sitting at the top side, so even if we were to be retesting our support level, I do think that first we are going to be grabbing that liquidity before eventually, reaching that level of support and then breaking out bullish. I do think that inevitably, anytime soon, if we are either going to be getting a rejection from off this level, or if we are going to be breaking out bullish, we are first of all going to be grabbing that liquidity. Now, having a look into us a Bitcoin funding rates, well, they are still looking extremely bullish. It is looking a lot like we are still at these levels over here. So we are about to go absolutely parabolic for Bitcoin. Everything is just pointing in towards the same direction, and once again, the Bitcoin funding rates are confirming the same exact thing. Also, Bitcoin volatility is going to be inevitable. The longer we are going to be trading inside of this range, well, the more explosive the move will eventually be, and really the altcoins are going to be exploding the most. Of course, Bitcoin has been taking over all of the dominance from of the entire crypto market cap, but eventually this Bitcoin dominance chart is going to be breaking down, and whenever that happens, well, all of the money will start to flow in towards altcoins instead of Bitcoin. So definitely right now is going to be the time to be paying attention in towards altcoins. Anyways, guys, with that being said, make sure to be following me over on Twitter to stay up to date about every single market development. And guys, I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning.